Hi all, this brief Tech in 10 is going to show you one other way to use Google Materials in order to send interactive content home. Now we've already looked at how to use Google Slides in order to make movable interactive activities for students. We've also looked at Google Slides to make linked activities that provide some sort of feedback. This is going to use a tool called Google Draw in order to annotate a worksheet on your page. Now, if you've ever heard of Kami, which is used in some schools, this is kind of an alternative way to do that without having any need for the student to sign in or enter any names or credentials and anything to do it. And it's built right into our systems as well, so we're able to do it this way. To get to Google Draw, simply go to your Drive, click New, More, and you'll notice Google Drawings is right there. Once you get to Drawings, you're going to get to a page that looks like this. Now, a couple key points here between Google Slides and Google Drawings that will make some sense as we get into this. The first one being Google Slides have a limited canvas. You're kind of walled into this size or a similar a size close to that, but you can't expand it. Google Drawings, your canvas is expandable. You can extend it pretty far, keep adding things to it, move it across the page. So it's not finite like Google Slides canvas is. One of the benefits of that is you can, in theory, have 3 worksheets on a page at a time, or you can do what we're going to do in a minute, have a tutorial on this side or a read aloud, comprehension questions over here. You could do a tutorial of how to do something, a video of you doing an app, a handwriting app, then the handwriting practice over here. The possibilities are endless, but the main point is that Google Slides has a nearly fixed type canvas, where Google Draw has more of a expandable or infinite canvas. The feature to note between the two, and now there's a lot of similarities and differences. In Google Slides, remember that you are able to insert images as backgrounds so they're fixed and not movable. Okay? In Google Drawings, you're able to insert images, however, they are movable. You can't fix them as a background. That's an important distinction that we'll notice in a minute, although this still does work. It's very much like Smart Notebook in a way, the way we're going to look at it. So a couple differences. One, this limited size, expandable canvas. Inserting an image as a background in Slides. Google Draw, you have no option to insert an image as a background. You can still insert images. Okay, so those are a couple differences so far. I'm going to get going building in Google Draw just so you can see the idea of simply using it as an annotation tool. The first thing I want to do for purposes of this activity is I'm going to add a box just to make it look nice, just a shape. In here, I think I'm going to put my video, and what I just talked about before was putting in a video of a story or a book. So I'm going to go into the digital resources page. I'm going to go to our playlist here, and I'm going to find the one that Pam just did on Dragons Love Tacos. Take that link. Now this is where it's tricky to put videos into Google Draw. First, you have to put the video into a slide. So I took the URL of the video. Now this could be a link to a video in my Google Drive also. It doesn't have to be a YouTube video. So I took the link right here from the YouTube video. I'm going to insert my video into my slide. And I'm going to let it populate in there. Took my video link, put it in Slides first. Then I have to go to Copy, using the menu, and then Paste to get my video into Drawings. You can't automatically put a video into Drawings without doing it that way first. You can put a link to anything in by just copying and pasting a link into a Google drawing, but you cannot embed a video unless you go first to slides, then copy and paste it into the drawing. So there's my video now on my page. Next, I'm going to add my worksheet. Now, just like you did in Google Slides, you find the worksheet that you want. Now I'm just taking this from Pam's activity she had. I'm going to Command-Shift-4 and do a screenshot of that. Then I'm going to go to Insert Image from my computer. So this is no different than we did in Google Slides. Remember what I just said, however, you can't fix this as the background here. But I'm going to go back and show you in Google Slides. I can insert that same image, or I could upload it as the background also. By choosing that image as the background, it would be fixed. That's going to lead to the third main difference as to why we use Google Draw for more annotation of PDFs or worksheets. Kind of like I said, if you used Canva before, which a lot of schools do. So now that I have my video in here and my worksheet in here, the student then has an activity that's side by side. I can play my video.
Dragons keep the toppings mild. Tomatoes, check. Lettuce, check.
And I can do my worksheet right here. Now, how do you do a worksheet within Google Draw? It's very simple. All you need to do is go up to your line tool, select Scribble. Now you can change your color. And you can make your circles like that. Now I'm not doing this correct, obviously, but just to show you. And you can do your worksheet just like that, right next to the video. Now, like I said before, this is an infinite canvas. You could have several worksheets on here. You could have a video model of something over here in a worksheet here. I mean, you can do anything you want. It's just an open canvas. One of the key differences to slides is that you have that tool option available in slides as well to scribble. However, once you scribble once, it goes back to the cursor feature. So it goes back to your arrow. You can't just continuously scribble inside slides. That's why you would use Google Draw to do worksheets, to annotate worksheets. Google Draw has other features in here. Like I said, you can put links in here if you didn't want to embed to a video. You can also add shapes in here. You could do the same thing you do in slides with making draggable things, shapes, or answers to questions in here. There's a bunch of different things you can do in here. Just like the slides, you can also add text boxes in here if you wanted students to type answers rather than circling. So you could have, let's do a text box here. Who loves tacos? Then I'm going to say type answer here. Again, I would make this a lot nicer, and then they could come, if I was really doing this, it wouldn't be all jumbled up, but the student could then type on there as well. So again, just like Google Slides, open up Google Draw, have any picture of a worksheet on your computer, insert that as an image. The student can then simply go to the Scribble pen, stay on there the entire time, and mark it up however they want to mark it up. Go to share an activity with your students. The same workflow is that you would, for something like this, make a copy of it. You could initial it with their initials. When you go to share, you go to advanced. Anybody with the link can edit. This is the same setting you use when you send the Google Slide movable activities, not the linked ones, because those are view only, but the Google Slides with the movable activities. You want the student to be able to work on this page. and then hit save. And I'm going to show you just now how you can test that. So in theory, you would send this link to this family. Open an incognito window in Google Chrome. Now this is nothing signed in. Paste that link. You'll see you can see me on the document because it's open over here. If I go back to this one, I see my anonymous user up here using it, which is great. And then if I was the student working on here, of course it would be blank, but if I was the student working on here, go to my scribble. Then I could do my work. And the nice thing about this, there's no sign-in needed on the student side, but as the teacher, I can still see what they're doing on their work. So it's annotating worksheets, and as the teacher, I can still see what's happening, even though the student does not need an account to sign in. So again, it's like a PDF annotation, like a Cami or something like that, but in our favor because we don't need any logins, there's no identifying information and things like that. So Google Draw, really cool. Go to your drive, go to New, More, Drawings, and then you have a blank canvas slate. Just to review a couple big differences, Slides has your limited canvas. Draw has your sprawling canvas, so you could have 3 or 4 worksheets on a page, tutorial videos over here, worksheets over here, whatever you want to do. Slides, you can only annotate briefly and then it switches back to the cursor, where in Draw it's perfect for annotating PDFs because you can stay in your scribble mode the entire time. Where you can set background images in Slides, you cannot do that in Draw. However, as long as you're in your pen tool, you don't move anything on the page because you're drawing over it. Again, to insert videos embedded into Google Draw, you have to insert it into a slide first, copy and paste it into here, or you could simply add a link somewhere into your slides if you wanted to add a link to a picture. If I wanted to link this box to a YouTube video, I could do that instead, or just type out the URL within the draw. But again, this is your solution if you want students to be able to annotate worksheets that you send home in a simple and easy way, and for you to be able to see the work. But again, make sure you send individual copies, individual links to your students. That's where the little work comes in. You got to copy it multiple times. Keep it organized though, and then you're able to see what your students are actually working on at home. Again, this was Google Draw, which is in your Google Suite. Make sure when you share, anybody with a link can edit. And again, no HIPAA violations or any PHI can be in any of these. Hope this video was helpful. Of course, we're here if any questions arise or you need any assistance. And have fun, and thanks for watching.